Okay, it's a Fiat Ducato, what is it? 2.8 JTD front strut removals. Little tiny hex nut there. Drop down your, what do they call these? Whatever. There's one there. Another one over that side. One down here. One over the far side, and this main panel drops down. And underneath here is this piece of googey godge and a great big piece of foamy womies, and that fits inside there. And then you've got three, you see them, 17 mil, yeah, 3 17 mil nuts, and they've got to come undone, and that'll do the top of the strut. So we'll do a bit more when we get a bit further. Okay, 3 nuts out both sides. That's it. Next job, up in the air, wheels off. You don't need to see that, so wheels off, and then we'll start the other bit. Okay, wheel off, and then these 4 nuts, can you see that? Those 2, 3, 4 down the bottom there. So give me a bit of wire wool, and then some WD-40. Then we'll spin this around a bit and undo the nuts at the back. Okay, he's a bit tight, bit rusty, so we'll get a bit of ice off. Wow, that machine, this thing here, how much was it?
1,000 newton meters.
1,000 newton meters, 400 quid, battery operated. Amazing.
Can't get that in now.
Right, Ricky had to do this one by hand, can't get the gun in. Might get the gun in the bottom one, mightn't you? Possibly.
Possibly.
We won't know until we get them off that we think they're dry. So we're going to change the head bearing, the top bearing, and yeah. So to get the top bearing off, we've had to resort to the old-fashioned way. Pair of mole grips and a ring spanner. Some of the newer ones have a top Allen key. Allen key. Yeah, these haven't. I don't know if the ones on, if they have. Yeah, if you look in the top of them, they have an Allen key, which will be a lot easier. So these are the new ones going on, Monroe's, and hopefully we found the problem. We're getting a hell of a knocking on both sides. We've done everything else, so just look at this. So the new one goes back in as reverse. They have the line at the bottom, which the spring sits into a little groove there. You can see that. And then we're going to replace the head. Are they the right ones? Oh, they've got the rubber at the bottom. Oh, that bit, if you want. Yeah, got it. So you've got to take off the, if you can get it off, and the seals and everything that goes with it. Looks like we've got new ones of them. Seal goes on. Lovely. So that goes on. It's got a bit stiff now, so we'll get the Allen key and back to you. Got to put the 2 washers on the top.
one underneath on some car?
Sorry?
Is there one underneath?
Don't think. Right. Don't forget, put your covers back on. We were just testing it to see if it fit. And then, now it's all back to assembly, reassemble. Okay, I can't actually film this because it takes two of us. So the idea is, you want your boys back together again. It's going to be loose because you haven't released the springs yet. But this little notch here should line up with that little notch there. That shouldn't be far off when it comes to reinserting it back into the vehicle. So to reinsert this now, we're going to put this back up. Ricky's going to go inside, and we're going to have to get a nut on one of those up there to hold it. Okay, so I'll jump up and do that, and then we'll re-put the new bolts back in. Okay, put one nut in underneath there, this one here. Put the second one at the back, and that one's holding into place, and then we'll... But with the strut is absolutely knackered, so that's good news for me anyway, because I had to pay for it. Okay, new shocker in, just tighten up the bolts again. Drive shaft popped out a little bit, so we're going to put some bit more oil back in the gearbox. Apart from that, that's one side done.